Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. We're waking up at this simple dirt lot here in Tombstone that has absolutely been wonderful. We're pretty even killed. We don't need a lot of stuff. We just need a good place to park that's somewhat even and the ability to have a good night's sleep, and we're good to go. So this worked really well. It was only 10 bucks and definitely worth it. We were right next to the action. We could just walk down toward whatever we wanted to do and then come right back here, and then it wasn't that big of a deal. So would I stay here again? Absolutely. Would I recommend it for you guys? Yeah, as long as you can dry camp, I definitely would. If you need to pop out a shower or something like that, I probably wouldn't do that here. This isn't one of those kind of places. This is kind of just like a place where you're supposed to be inside your vehicle, but at the same time, they have a nice space here. Additionally, one of the things that we noticed is they do have some barrels, but those barrels are not trash barrels, so you can't put your trash in there. So you literally have to pack it out with you. That's okay. That's what we do anyway here on the channel. Now with that said, let's see if we can find out what happened to Riley last night, because dude, it was wild. Riley. Yeah. Do you want to tell us your nighttime story?
Okay, so a couple things. Gosh, where do I even start? This pillowcase holds my sleeping blanket, right?
Fair.
And it's usually zippered, but the zipper was stuck. As you can see, cannot move it. And I spent like 20 minutes attempting to open the thing, but it couldn't open. So I gave up and was like, maybe I'll just turn on my heating blanket and then just call it a night, go to sleep. Well, in the middle of the night, it got really cold. And that was when I realized I needed my sleeping blanket and it did not want to come out. So I took my knife and I went thunk and ripped that open just so I could rip this out. And I'm really sad because I like this blanket, but yeah, all of that happened in the middle of the night and it was rough.
So you had a rough night.
Yeah.
So are you ready to have a better day?
It will be a better day for sure.
And now at least you don't have to fight the zipper next time.
Yeah, but I'm sad my pillowcase is broken.
Fair. Sad panda walking away. This morning, whenever I woke up and opened my door and I was talking to Riley, she was like, I had a rough night. I had to get my knife out, cut something. I was like, what? Mind you, I just woke up. So this is like a lot of information to receive super early in the morning. Like, what? Like, are you okay? No context. None. I was like, did somebody try to get in your vehicle? Did you have to do emergency surgery on Tyson? Like, all these scenarios go through my mind because, again, I just woke up and she didn't tell me what it was. She just walked away. And I was like, okay. She found it necessary to tell me she had a knife and she had to use it, but not why. Cool. So then after she scurried around a little bit and Tyson went for a walk and she woke up a little bit more, she was like, okay, let me tell you what happened. And then she told me the story and I was like, okay, context matters. Context definitely matters. So now that's where we're starting our day. Riley is one pillowcase, well, kind of down. It still works, but not the way it is intended to. And now I don't feel like my friend has potentially had a dangerous night, which is way better. Context matters, guys. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of my blankets put together. I'm going to put my bed up. I need to get dressed for the day, and then we are off toward our next adventure path, which should be really fun. It's kind of cold this morning. In fact, in the van it's 47, but it's warmer in the van than it is outside. It is only 38 degrees outside right now, so do with that information what you will. That's definitely dictating what layers I'm going to be putting on, but I'm excited. It's going to be fun. We have some other things we need to address before we leave out of here, and so yeah, we got to figure that out. Okay, we're all dressed for the day and I just pulled out the freezer and pulled out 2 McMuffins and then also some pulled pork. So what we're gonna do is make the McMuffins before we go on our hike this morning, and we'll have those, and then after our hike I'll put the pulled pork in and we'll cook it while we're on our way to our campsite for the night. And that way we can have that for part of our dinner, and we'll just heat them as we drive in the Road Pro or the Hot Logic. I think this is gonna work out great. I'm going to do the McMuffins. I believe in the Road Pro it's just faster, and then we'll do the pulled pork in the Hot Logic because it's going to take a little bit longer. I think this is a good way to start our day. While Riley is getting her hiking shoes down and getting everything taken care of at her camp, we need to go dump some trash, and we're going to probably take a little moment at the store just to make sure that we use the restroom and stuff like that. But overall, the dirt lot has been wonderful. Set Power's been really doing its job on this trip. The refrigerator on top is doing awesome. The freezer on bottom is doing awesome. And because it's been cooler, they haven't been pulling a ton of power, which is cool. Okay, I have my little solar charger charging in the sun right now. I'm going to, at some point during the day, plug in to the Jackery with the Hot Logic so I can heat up our dinner, and that way we'll have that nice and toasty by the time we get to wherever we're going. Right now I have it out defrosting just a little bit so it won't take quite as long. It is pretty cold though, so it's not going to defrost a ton, but I figure that if we start that now, then by the time that we get to where our hike is, I may be able to throw it in while we're hiking even, and it could start the work on that. If it's not completely frozen, it should take like an hour and a half. If it is completely frozen, it's going to take 2.5 hours. So we'll see where we end up on that. But in the meantime, I think Riley's almost ready, which leads me to, we need to pick a song of the day real quick before we head out. Riley. We need to pick a song of the day.
I'm not good at this.
You are too?
Okay,
What are you bopping to right now? She's bopping to something.
really into country for some reason.
I mean,
like think
fair.
country rock.
Country rock.
Yes.
Okay.
Think you choose. You're from Texas.
Country rock. So you're going with country rock
Country
today?
rock.
Okay, I'll find something that's country rock. Try to get everybody involved in the song of the day because like we all have this ongoing soundtrack. And like for me this morning, I woke up with a weird cartoon theme song and that just wasn't the bop. So I was looking for some motivation. So country rock. What do we got? Riley picked country rock. I just looked up on my Apple playlist country rock, and her song that popped up is actually, I don't know if it's so much country rock, but it's classified as that. The Allman Brothers, Ramblin' Man. And I think that that's a good one today because we're going to be rambling on to our next adventure. But at the same time, I don't know that was necessarily the vibe Riley was feeling, but we're going with Ramblin' Man. So with that, let's hit the road. Let's go on to a good old ramble. Okay, we got the map pulled up and we have figured out that we may be stopping kind of where the hour and 16-minute mark is there. There's a little town there. So I think that's where we're going to stop off the gas station. So instead of waiting until we stop at the gas station to put the McMuffins in, we got the McMuffins already in the Road Pro. So now we have about 20 minutes until these are ready. So by the time that we get to the gas station, we should be able to eat. Just waiting on Riley because she has a little bit of condensation over there. And then after that, we're going to roll out. Okay, Transformers, let's roll out.
Starting route to Chiricahua National Monument.
That was short-lived. We determined that Riley forgot something outside of her vehicle that's still attached to her vehicle. She's running over to get it. It was Tyson's leash. She attaches it. Usually because Tyson likes to be outside, but sometimes he likes to wander and he's pretty spicy. She has that on there so that he can run around. She forgot it. Oopsies. Looks like she's back in the car though. All is well. Okay guys, we made a pit stop in Alfreda and we decided that we would stop here because we're gonna get some gas. We're gonna dump our trash at the gas station, but first we're stopping off at the Family Dollar because Riley needs some Kleenexes and I figured this could be a good place for us to get anything else we might need. Kleenex is on sale. What? Also, they have a really cute Pixar shirt here. I like this color. Oh my gosh. I have my NASA shirt that's this color. I should get a colored shirt like this that's just plain. What do you think?
Wow, that is very...
You would be able to find me.
For sure.
Definitely. Do I need anything else? That's the question. They have our soups here. I wonder if they have the ones that I really like. I might have to look. Okay, drinks. Lots and lots of drinks. Now we're talking about what will we eat with the pulled pork. And we have some like mashed potatoes that we can make. Or we were thinking we could use the pretzel bread because we need to use that. And if we do that, that would be delightful. At the same time, I have to figure out logistically what we would want to put with that maybe. So if we do the pretzel bread, maybe we could do chips or something. I don't know. It does sound good with mashed potatoes, but also we do need to use up that bread. So I'll just look around and see if there's anything that could go with it, I guess. Looks like this aisle right here has all of the chip selection. I tried these out. These aren't bad. They're kind of sweet though. In here, let's see. Takis, that's a big no for us. They're good, but not what we're looking for. Looks like all the standards otherwise. Oh, what is this? All dressed? I have not seen these before. Should we try these maybe? That could be good. That's one of their new flavor bites. Riley.
Yes.
What do you think about all dressed?
What is that?
New.
Oh, it's a new flavor.
Yeah. Do you think we could do those with the pulled pork, maybe?
Oh, yeah, we could.
So
That would be so delightful.
I'm going to see if I can find a bag that's not quite as inflated. This one definitely has changed in altitude quite a bit. Riley's bringing us to the candy aisle and saying we don't need candy, but then stopping and looking at the candy. It's good. It's good. Ooh, look at the cute little mini packs. It looks like a safer amount of candy. Because we found the new soda the other day, I'm just looking to see if they have any other new ones. I can't drink any of those or those. I don't necessarily want a juice. I don't know. We'll figure this out. Doesn't look like there's any new flavors. Okay, got my bag of goodies, some of which will be used for this evening. So I'm going to put these in the van. And I did get some tiny M&Ms. So I'm going to put those in the fridge. Okay, Riley.
I do.
We just got to go down the road to get to gas now. Okay. And then after we get to the gas, I should be able to give you your McMuffin.
Yay!
Woohoo! Breakfast dance, what? Breakfast dance, McMuffin dance, be a McMuffin. Whoop! That's what a McMuffin. Ooh! Squish the McMuffin. Yes! Okay, prepaid for my gas, got $10, which isn't a lot. It's probably not enough to fill me up, but I didn't want to overdo it. And now I'm going to dump my trash. Okay, let's see if they're ready. These look good. Okay, I'm going to grab this one, take it to Riley. McMuffin for Riley. Hey, it's McMuffin time. There you go. Yay! Riley's camera. Hi, guys. Okay, so now that we got that done, it's time for us to put in our map again and then head off to our adventure. We have our food. I'm going to hook in the Jackery now so that it can charge. And then we're off. Got to turn the walkie back on though. I'm actually quite surprised that it did top off my tank. Okay, cool. Okay, sandwich time. McMuffins are easy to make. They're delightful to eat. They're easy to bring along. They don't take up a lot of room. About to be delightful. So now we have some fuel for our adventures. Oh, the cheese is nice and melty in this. Perfect. Road Pro for the win once again. Now, once we get to our location, I'll hook in Hot Logic and then we'll start up with the pulled pork. But for now, breakfast is served, guys. Okay, just like that, we finished our breakfast and we are back on the road going toward Chiricahua. I'm really excited about this because a long time ago, I came through this area and I wanted to stop off, but it just didn't work out. Both times that I've been to Bisbee, I've wanted to come out here and it just hasn't worked. One time there was a fire, couldn't do that's for sure. And the other time, it was just a thing where I couldn't figure out exactly how to get there because of the route that I was taking. And so it was gonna cut me way too close to the closing time. So I just decided instead I'd wait until I had more of a day to like bite off at least one of the trails. There's a trail that I'm really interested in that reminds me a lot of Petty Jean Park. The pictures that I saw of it remind me a lot of the Bear Den trail that we did there, where Dee and Riley and I just really enjoyed. And so I thought this was a good way for us to get out here and adventure. I don't know if we're going to do any other trails while we're out here, but that one looked interesting. There's also a lot of cool history here. So I hope that by connecting to the visitor center, we'll be able to find a little bit more of that. We have a ways to go still. We're about 35 miles from it. And it looks like a border patrol check. So we'll probably have to go through that. I can't show you what those look like because I'm not really supposed to film those. But usually they're not that big of a deal. You just kind of go through, roll down your window. If you have any declarables, you declare them. And then a lot of times they wave you through. But they also have these cameras that see you from a distance. So they can see what they have that's in your van. They know. They already know. Unless there's something like questionable that pops up as like a weird little blip or something. Normally it's pretty straightforward. We'll see how it is. I do know that the speed limit is definitely reducing though. Yep, rumble strips, 45 miles per hour. And if you can see that little horseshoe looking thing that's jutting out of the ground, that's the actual stop. So we'll go through there. That took literally 35 seconds. That was it. Again, they can see everything that you have in your van, so it's not that big of a deal. Riley also straight through, no big deal. We go through these all the time. People freak out whenever you get closer to the border of Mexico, and they're just terrified of all the things that they have heard on the news. And in all reality, it's not the way that people perceive it to be at all. I've camped literally just like within viewing distance of Mexico numerous times. I've never had people walk up on my camp trying to do weird things. It's not like that, guys. There's a lot of people who constantly are talking about like all the negatives and nasties, but in all reality, I think that the bigger picture is get out and explore and see for yourself. I guarantee if you were to see some of the places that you've seen on the news that have been like, oh my gosh, you would be like, that's it. I think educating ourselves is always the biggest thing, and by educating ourselves, we can learn that the boogeyman that we are told exists a lot of time is just a divisive thing to make us all hate each other. That's what it is. So we need to extend kindness, extend love, and educate ourselves. It's not the duty of someone else to do that. It's our job to do that. Now, with that said, we're going to go get some brain wrinkles for ourselves today at Chiricahua. But we have about 33 miles to get there. Riley's safe back there, though. She's safe. Guys, we made it to our location. So if you're interested in the Chiricahuas, then check out tomorrow's video. You'll get to see all the things that we get into. But oh my goodness, the drive out here was kind of cool. I'm pretty sure that we could see some snow on the mountains. I'm not sure. I'm not positive that's snow, but it looks like snow. So that's fascinating. Yeah, breakfast and now a good view I'm so excited about today. I'm currently in the van and we just found out that in Arizona, they can break your windows if you have a dog in the vehicle. Wild. So if you're coming to Arizona and you have a dog and you need to walk away from your car and you need to leave it in the vehicle, leave a note. That's what the park ranger just told us. He said that on a day like today, it's no big deal because it's beautiful. It's cool. It's fine. Everything's good. However, he said that if someone were to go up and hear like Tyson barking and they thought, oh no, he's in peril, even if the windows are down, they can break the window. So just wanted to share that. Think about that maybe if you're coming to Arizona with a dog of any kind, any vehicle, even an RV. Yeah, because that's the law here. The things that we learn on the road, the more you know. See how Riley like makes sure that he has plenty of ventilation? Yeah, he also has like a fan, he has water, he has all the things. Additionally, if it's hot, we also just don't leave him in the car at all. So I get it because some people would, but that's never gonna be how Riley treats her kid. It's just not. That's just weirdo behavior. And if you do that, something is really, really weird with you. Just saying, like, don't do that. That's one of the reasons why I don't have a dog, because I know it wouldn't be fair to the dog to be in the van. I get asked that a lot. Yeah. Anyway, back to our adventure. What else will we learn today? I have no idea. I did get some patches though, so I need to put them in my patch bag. So we just went on 2 super simple trails. There are signs like this in front of all the trails of no camping or overnight parking because there's camping here. There's only one campground. This is a place that is definitely an all-day experience. I highly recommend getting here early. I'm having a blast. Oh my goodness. 2 very simple trails. We've already seen so much history. We've already gotten kind of a lay of the land. We've seen what kind of birds they have, what kind of trees they have. There's 7 different zones that things can live in here, which is awesome. But yeah, this is just another day in the life of what we do. I thoroughly enjoy this. Exploring just kind of like changes your mindset whenever you're out on the road. And you can be having like a bad day and then you go out and find something awesome and suddenly the day is like so impressive and so much better. Yeah, you camp here? Not in this parking lot, no, but can you camp up the road? Yeah. Is there all sorts of like national forest camping just outside of this place? Yeah, the Coronado National Forest is like right there. So these are all little notes that I'm taking for my future self in case I come back to this area, because there's no way we're going to be able to finish all of the trails here. There's just too many. My goal is to, by the end of today, end up at a campsite that's a little closer to where we need to be, because Riley and I are going to have to part ways soon. Well, part ways in a way that she has to go to Vegas and actually work, and I'll still be on the road. We're still going to do some things in that area, but oh my goodness, I had no idea there were this many things here, and all the pictures that I showed none of this. All of them showed like the grotto area, which is where we're going to go later on, but like, oh wow, like nature's just so cool. It's so cool. So just waiting on Riley to get back. She was taking Tyson for an additional walk just so that he can get his energy out, and then we're going to go ahead and head on to our next stop, which is going to be up the way a little bit. I'm not sure when I'm going to put dinner in just yet. I think it's still a little bit premature to do that. So I think whenever we hit the trail at the top, that's whenever I'm going to do it so that it can cook on our way to our campsite. I think that seems smart. It is defrosting though, and it's looking pretty good right now. So I think we're going to not have to have it in there as long. I really love that the Hot Logic is good for a more like time release thing. It makes adventuring more fun. I also enjoy that the Road Pro was able to get our breakfast to us in 30 minutes or less. So balancing out all these cooking devices might seem crazy to the average person who's like, why do you need these? But oh my goodness, the function that I have now without even having to like pull out a camp stove or anything. So worth it. Oh my goodness, there they are. They're getting back from their walkie poo. So yep, now it's time for us to go up the mountain off to more adventures. Tyson looks like he is definitely feeling a bit better about his walkie times now. The viewpoint we just went to, amazing. It wasn't ADA or anything, so it would take some effort to get down there, but really highlights this park so well. So I've just been refreshed coming here. I think that that's the bigger picture to a lot of places that I go, is that it's just super refreshing to be in nature just in general, but like to see something that just like, wow. And to know all this was formed by a volcano is even more cool. So I can't wait to share all this with you tomorrow. So I'm going to get back to work and we'll figure this out. And then we're going to drive, or we're going to sit here and park and walk, depending on what's happening. I don't know. Made it back to the van just in time for the sun to start setting. I already put the food in to the Hot Logic and we are off. Okay guys, so we made it all the way back to the Tucson area. We're a little north of Tucson right now. We're gonna go out to the Ironwood camping area. That's where they hold the Ironwood meetup every year. And we were thinking that's a good spot. We've camped out there before, we really liked it, but we have to map it because I couldn't get my map to pull it up earlier. So I am going to add some cheese to our pulled pork, and then we're going to figure out that map. But I gotta go in the back to do that. But oh my gosh, we've been driving for about 2.5 hours and my whole lower half is tired after 4 hikes today. Are you and Tyson walking it out?
Yeah.
Walk it out, or walk it out, or walk it out, or walk it out. Okay, you guys walk it out. I'm gonna do the cheese. I've been charging my Jackery as I've been driving. Let's see what was got going on. 88%. It was at 69, so that's definitely an improvement. Meanwhile, I was also charging this battery and it's up to 93%. So that's been pulling off of the Jackery all day. It's almost fully charged. That's good. Inside of the Hot Logic, oh my gosh, I can smell all the delightfulness. It smells so good in here. And so I need to pop this open. Oh, I can see all of the juices came to the top for sure on this little cardboard. I just need to get this open and I'm gonna put some cheese in here. This is gonna be delightful. It's definitely a little messy though. So I'm probably gonna have some cleaning to do, unfortunately. But that's okay, it's okay. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Put all the cheese on and now I'm gonna cover it again with its little flap here. And then we're gonna let it cook till we get to camp. Should be about 15 more minutes and the cheese should be nice and cheesy. And then after we get there, we're gonna get all set up and then have a community dinner in Riley's SUV while we watch a movie tonight. So that'll be super, super fun. Again, the pulled pork I made at my base camp, just threw it into a freezer little container that fits in here specifically for nights like tonight where we had a busy day and we need to replenish. Okay, closing up shop. Gotta stretch it out a little bit here at the Quick Trip. I'm about to find my map. I'm ready to get to camp. I'm so tired. Today has been so awesome, but we were busy all day and it's about 8 o'clock now. So yeah, from basically, I want to say we woke up at 8:30 this morning because it was super, super cold. It took us a little bit to get out of there, but after we did, from there, we just went adventure. We drove all together an hour and a half to Chiricahua from where we were, and then we drove 2.5 hours to get here. So today we've driven about 4 hours, which is not a big deal. That's pretty light work day. Takes me longer than that to get out of Texas. So we kind of split it up and then we had some intermittent driving kind of in the park. I know not everybody wants to drive 1,000,000 miles a day, but this just made sense.
It's easy.
Super
It's so easy.
Super easy. Plus we move super fast, so it's okay. We have a couple days to get back toward Riley's base camp so that she can do some work with her jobby poo. And so we have 2 more days of just chaos.